Greetings, friends, and welcome to our week of celebration. I'm so grateful that you are watching this video, that you're giving your attention to this new thing that we are seeking to create in this world, this new space we're seeking to carve out, that we might follow in the footsteps of Ms. Helen Keller, her beautiful life, her efforts for peace and justice in the world, and her devotion to this vision of a new church coming into being in the world. This is our second annual celebration of Helen's spiritual birthday. It was the day that she always honored throughout her life when she met her teacher, Annie Sullivan. And so it's a perfect day to celebrate, to focus our efforts for celebration with the Helen Keller Spiritual Life Collaborative, because our whole focus is bringing people together, just as Annie and Helen were brought together, and so much incredible life emerged from that meeting. And our hope is that the Helen Keller Spiritual Life Collaborative will make other such meetings possible, where we will become more together than we would be alone, where we will dig into and bring to life more of the vision of the new church that so many of us are so devoted to and care about, just as Helen was devoted to it and cared about it. So this week we think of Annie and Helen in that first meeting. We think of these two women, one with severe physical handicaps, one also with physical handicaps, and many experiences of neglect, having lost her parents at a young age and grown up in an orphanage. Women with, little means, little resources by the measures of the external world and our material eyes. And yet powerful women whose work and witness, whose love and wisdom would make possible so many incredible things that neither of them could have done alone. We think of Helen, we think of Annie, and we think of the meetings that are happening now. I'm so excited for how our party will unfold this week. Much of what's going to happen will happen on Tuesday, which is the day. March 3rd is the day that Annie and Helen met. And on that day, we'll be gathering on Zoom, both at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern for about an hour and a half. You're welcome to come to either gathering or to both. And many of you we've already connected, and you've agreed to come to these circles and share your be honest truth, something you have gained, some bit of wisdom and truth that you have picked up and that you carry in your life and that illuminates your path. Last year, our celebration focused around the invitation to be love, and this year, our celebration focuses on the invitation to be honest. And truth comes into being through this honesty, not through just reciting truths other people have told us, but bringing those truths, those ideals into our lived experience, and quite likely receiving them from other people who also brought those truths into their lived experience. So I'm so excited for these Zoom circles and for hearing people's stories of what truths they have been carrying, how they've received them, and how you carry them now, and how these truths illuminate your path. We might say that each one of these truths is a little bit of the treasure of the new church, a little bit of the treasure perhaps that lines the walls of the holy cities, if you're familiar with that image from the book of Revelation. Beautiful jeweled walls that line the walls of the city, and each one of us brings something to those jeweled walls. So I'm really looking forward to our time together. Thank you again for those of you who have already agreed to come and share. And if we haven't spoken, you are very welcome to come and share. And if there's time, we'll definitely open up the space for more sharing that may come more spontaneously. I'm also grateful to those of you who've already shared, and many of you have sent in videos and written pieces about your truth, your treasure. And all of those are collected in a new virtual space that we've been creating, that the link will be in this email. And you can go and at your leisure throughout the week, visit that space, read, watch, reflect on what other people have brought, share your comments and reflections, and hopefully we'll create some real conversation and community in that space. You're also welcome when you go there to add new things that might emerge. We'll record our videos on Tuesday. We'll record both of those conversations and then make those conversations also available on that virtual community page. And we'll see what emerges this week. And I'm imagining what will come from all of our sharing is the inspiration to create a video collage of sorts that we'll produce later in the week on our more public-facing YouTube page, so we can share some of what has emerged. So it's going to be a fun week, and I appreciate you all taking the time. It's a busy moment in life. It seems to always be a busy moment of life, a hard moment with all of the challenges and upheaval that is occurring all over our globe and planet at the moment. I know perhaps you may feel burdened by all of that, and how can we possibly take the time to have a party? And yet perhaps that's exactly the moment when we should accept an invitation to a party, especially a party that calls us together to tell the truth, to speak the illuminating, beautiful truths that help us to walk this earth with peace and justice and love, that help us to make space for this new church to come in. There's many things being revealed at the moment right now, and a lot of what is being revealed is falsity. It is suffering and pain and ugliness that can be really difficult to witness and to hold. So I pray that this Tuesday will lift our spirits as we come together and bring our wisdom and our joy and our lived experience of receiving and living by the truth. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you for giving your attention to this endeavor, for helping to make space for this new way of connecting and being, and I'm excited for all that will come. You don't have to wear your party clothes. You can come as you are, but do come. And together, I do trust and believe that so much more will emerge in our collaboration, in our connection, than we could ever experience alone. Blessings, friends, and I look forward to seeing you this week.